me better when I wasn't yours. I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back to who I was before.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is another episode of One Has to Go, and today we are talking about foundations. If you guys want to know more, let's go. Okay, so if you guys did not see the first video that I did on this, basically I will be talking about 3 of the same products that are pretty similar to each other and letting you know if one of them has to go, which one and why. So first up, let's talk about matte foundations. First one, I have only been using this since mid last year, I think the end of summer. This is the Maybelline Lumi-Matte foundation. I just had a brain fart. This is in the shade 370. This is a fire matte foundation. It's drugstore, so it's a little bit more affordable, but it's also a little pricey for drugstore. I think this is somewhere in the $15 range. However, this is a good foundation. It's going to last on your face. So if you sweat more when it is warmer weather, or if you have oily skin, this is going to control that throughout the day, but it's still going to give you a, not skin-like, but it won't give you that cakey makeup type of look that some matte foundations might give you. You could layer with this. I wouldn't do too much, but you could layer with this and you could still have a nice fresh beat. I feel like this is probably good for weddings or just, you know, events, something like that, that will take a long time. And some of the drugstore brands, they're really good when it comes to shade range and, you know, being a little bit more inclusive. Up next, I feel like you knew NARS was going to be in this video at least once. This is the NARS, what do you call it? Natural Matte Longwear foundation. This is in the shade D3. Y'all know I think NARS in general makes some of the best foundations. This is newer. This came out earlier this year. It's supposed to be like their newer version of the soft matte that they launched years ago. And that was a really, really good foundation. Now, if you could find that foundation, I would suggest you get that one over this if you are looking for matteness with your foundation. This is a pretty nice, like, soft matte foundation. I think out of the ones I'm about to talk about, this is the one that will give you the most like skin-like finish, but that's also because this is the one that's not like as matte as the other foundations I'm about to talk about. So like, you got to pick which one are you going for. Are you going for how it's going to look on the skin, or are you going for it, you know, controlling the oil that you have if you have oily skin, or like I said, if you sweat, anything like that. This is the best soft matte that I'm going to talk about in this category. And again, they are usually one of the ones who typically have a better shade range than other foundations. And the last one, baby, this is the ultimate, at least in my collection right now. I'm trying to think, and I don't think it gets any matter. Actually, the only foundation that I think gets any matter is another Urban Decay foundation. I'm pretty sure they released this foundation to replace that one. This is the Face Bond foundation. This is in the shade 35 Deep Warm Neutral. Y'all have seen this is the one that Drea threw the water in my face to show that it's also water resistant as well. Dried my face off after she threw the water in my face, and it still looked like I had just on my face 5 minutes before. You would have never known that my face got wet. After that, this is a matte foundation. Your face is going to look matte. It is going to be obvious that you have makeup on your face. So if you are looking for a foundation that can still kind of give you a skin-like finish, that is not this one. This is makeup. It's not cakey makeup, but this is makeup on the face. You are going to look 90s matte if you use this foundation on your face. However, if you are going somewhere where it gets hot, if you live somewhere where it stays hot, if you are more concerned with your makeup staying matte, your oil being controlled throughout the day, this is the one you would pick for that. Okay, so I have 3 in my hand. If one has to go, which one is it? Now I gotta be a little more careful about dropping them today because like some of these are glass, okay, and my feet, I have open toe shoes on, okay? So which one has to go? I'm sorry, NARS, but the category is matte foundation. And these are just 2 that I would recommend more if that is why you are looking for the foundation, because it is a matte foundation. If you're looking for soft matte, I would put these 2 down, so you go ahead and get this one. But if you are looking for matte, you need it, like that's your main focus, you are looking for either a matte finish or something that's going to control your oil, control your sweat, go with these 2. Okay, now let's talk the opposite. If you are looking for a more dewy, natural, let's say natural finish foundation, let's talk First up, this is the Mario Surreal Skin Foundation. This is in the shade 26N. And that's why I said dewy natural, because I feel like this is well, some people say shimmer when they put this one on. I don't see, or I don't notice shimmer, but it is definitely a like glowing natural finish foundation. This is beautiful on the skin. This photographs beautifully, videos beautifully. So definitely a special occasion foundation right here. Now all three of these, yes, I am someone who has oily skin, so you're definitely going to have to play around with primers and setting sprays and stuff like that to really make sure your face is set. But I would say all three that I'm going to talk about, even though they are more natural finish, even dewy finish foundations, I can still wear, and you know, I can still control my oil throughout the day. So it's not that hard. There are some foundations where I'm like, it's not even worth trying to control because my face just gets so slick throughout the day. So these, if I'm recommending it, just know all three of them, you'll be fine even if you have oily skin. But this Mario one, he did that. He did. You could tell this was made by a makeup artist, someone who's been in the field. Up next, this is from Range Beauty. This is their True Intention Hydrating Foundation. I think I've told you guys multiple times now that I would put this in the same category as the NARS Natural Radiant and the Patrick Ta, whatever that foundation, Major Skin, I think is what it's called. Those three foundations have the same finish. They wear the same type of way. So this is a pretty natural finish foundation. If y'all remember, I tried this years ago when I was still in my matte phase, and that was kind of one of the reasons I didn't care for it, because it was a foundation I would have to do more for to make it last on my face because I have oily skin. But now that I am more willing to do that, it has a beautiful finish on the face. Can't beat that. And if you are looking for makeup, especially if you are like a medium coverage, even sheer kind of makeup wear, this is that foundation where you can put it on. It'll do a little something, but it's not going to look too much. It's not going to look too heavy on the face. And the last one you probably saw me hold up, that is the Armani Beauty Luminous Silk Natural Glow Foundation. Now this is the updated version that they released earlier this year, but whether it's this one or the OG, this, kind of like the other ones that I mentioned, they're just great for weddings, graduations, baby showers. In real life, when people are going to see you, it's going to look great. And if you are being videoed, photographed, anything like that, this looks great on the face. This probably is like skin in a bottle. The finish of it, now again, take a little if you have oily skin to make sure it lasts on your face throughout the day. But again, they are not the worst that I try when it comes to the foundation slip, slide, and everything like that all over your face. And I feel like once you get your technique down for natural finish foundations in general, it really doesn't matter which natural foundation you are wearing. You'll be able to, you know, control your oil with the setting sprays, the powders, all that type of stuff. So that's really what you got to focus on first. Once you get that down, it doesn't matter which foundation you put in place. You'll be able to control that, and you'll still have a nice finish to your makeup and your skin. All right, all three are glass. Pray for my feet. So I told you guys about some of my favorite natural finish foundations, but if one of these has to go, which one is leaving the equation? I am so sorry, Range. Like I said, really good foundation, but it's something about these two. Like when I am looking back at footage that I post either on YouTube or you know, Reels, TikTok, stuff like that, when I am wearing these foundations, I'm like, today was a good makeup day. Not saying that, you know, it doesn't for Range, but it's something about these. Okay, up next, y'all know I hate to see a foundation stick come in. I hate to see it because I have oily skin, and most foundation sticks are usually cream products. Cream products look beautiful on the, beautiful on the face, but I have oily skin, so they are usually harder to maintain on my face. They are quicker to start sliding throughout my face. However, I am now noticing something about the foundation sticks I'm holding in my hand, and you probably will too when I start talking about them. First up, this is from MAC. It's their Studio Fix Soft Matte Foundation Stick. This is in the shade NW47. Looks like this, and as you heard, it is a matte foundation stick. This, no, I was gonna say the mattest that I'm about to show y'all, but no, it is not. This is a pretty soft matte foundation stick. Yeah, your face is going to look pretty matte when you put this on, but like soft matte. Think soft glam makeup, and then you use this as the foundation in that type of look, like that type of soft glam matte makeup look. And I like with so it's still got that creaminess where it's going to blend everything in on your face. It's going to blend into your skin itself, but it's going to control your oil throughout the day. If you have dry skin, normal skin, I probably wouldn't tell you to pick this one up if you do. I'm imagining like patches on your face and it clinging to certain things on your face. Probably not the one if you have dry skin. Out of these three that I'm about to talk about. But oily skin, that soft glam makeup, you're gonna like this. Next up, Mented actually just launched a new foundation, but their foundation stick was probably the first foundation stick that I actually ended up liking. Now, this is also kind of a soft matte foundation stick. However, I will say it's like a soft matte natural finish foundation stick. This is in the shade M20, and this one, if you have dry normal skin, this one I could say okay, you can get away with this. It'll look nice on your face. It won't cling to patches, stuff like that. And it'll just kind of give you a more like airbrush, soft matte, soft glam makeup type of look with this one. And again, still a cream product, so it'll blend in nicely with your skin and with the other products that you put on top of it. Now, the last foundation stick I have, this is from Essence. It's probably the most affordable that I'm going to talk about in this entire video. Foundation stick is the name of it. This is a matte foundation stick. Okay, when I say matte, I mean matte. I don't mean soft matte. I don't mean soft natural matte. I mean this is a matte foundation. Okay, think that Urban Decay foundation in a foundation stick for $7. If you have, honestly, truly, even if you have oily skin, I'm talking you need to have that, oh baby, I can't control it by 2 in the afternoon once the weather hits 90 degrees. That type of oily skin, this is the one that you go for with that one. I was actually surprised at how creamy of a product it is, even though it is a pretty matte foundation. It's a very creamy product. This is also because it has such an extensive shade range. If you are looking for bronzer or contour shades, actually you could probably even use some of the lighter shades as concealer. This is a multi-stick use product now that I think about it. Why haven't I tried it that way? I think I still have some of the shade because they sent me the entire shade range. I shipped those out. Damn it. But you could use this as contour, you can use this as bronzer, you can use it as foundation, you can use it as concealer. So if you have like oily skin in the center of your face but normal everywhere else, it's also a good product for a contour or a bronzer or something like that. You have options now that I think about it with this product. Why didn't I think about that before? Okay, y'all, so I have 3 in my hand right now. If one of them has to go, I actually didn't think about this. I'm not even sure if you can still purchase the Mented one. So really, it probably should be that one that has to go. However, I'm not sure. So if you could still purchase all 3 that I have in my hand right now, I think I would have to let MAC go. Great foundation stick. However, giving you an option that is a little more inclusive for like everybody with this one. I know what I said about this one being a very matte foundation stick, but then I thought about it and realized like just how much you can get out of this product that is very affordable. Okay, y'all, and the last category that we have are skin tints. We are getting into summer. Not only do people like gravitating more towards matte foundation, people also like gravitating towards less coverage. So first up, this is the CoverGirl Simply Ageless Skin Perfector Essence. This is a Chanel dupe and a really good Chanel dupe. I would still pick the Chanel water tint over this one. However, if you're not trying to pay $70 for a foundation, this is a very good option. Even though people say that this is priced at too much, I think this is like $21 or $22, something like that. But compared to the $70, spend that $22. This is going to melt into your skin. If you could see the formulation of this product, like it, when I say melt into your skin, I literally mean melt into your skin. And because of the formulation of this type of product, like the coverage is completely up to you. So if you only want a little something on your face, maybe you're on vacation, maybe you got a little sunburn or something like that, and you just need a little coverage, it is going to do that. If you want to build it up, get you a full face and look beat on vacation as well, it's going to do that. But you can still, even if you are somewhere hot, whatnot, because it's itself is just a light product, you don't have to worry about like sweating it out or it's moving on your face too much. It sits perfectly on your face. And I am the shade 70, I think. Yes, 70. Up next, you know, this is my favorite when it comes to traveling, packaging. Actually, packaging for all three is very easy. This is the Fenty Ease Drop Blurring Skin Tint in the shade 21. What's on my fingers? My fingers. I think it was from that Mented. I absolutely love this skin tint. I've taken it to very hot places and I've been able to still do a full face of makeup and come home at the end of the day and my face still look good without having to like feel it. 'Cause you know, sometimes when you get somewhere hot and you have a full face of makeup on, you start to feel it on your face. It starts dripping, all of that type of thing. Not an issue with this one. Again, it's skin tint, so it just blends into my face, blends in with the makeup, very lightweight. No complaints on that one. Lastly, this is from YSL. It is their new Bare Look tint in the shade 19. Similar to the other ones, this has a very natural finish. I was gonna say, are you the most like makeup natural finish out of the three? It's either that one or the Fenty one. When I say like the CoverGirl's gonna blend in and you're like, are you wearing makeup? But the other two, it's probably a tie between this one and the Fenty of like which one is the most like, oh, you have makeup on. It look good. It blends in. It's very lightweight, but like you have makeup on. I'm trying to think. It might be this one. But either way, it has a natural finish. Great for vacation, easy traveling, packaging. What else? Really the same thing that I said about all the other two. All right, y'all. So I have three skin tints. Great for traveling, great for warm weather. Very natural finishes. The shade matches are great. But if I had to let go of one, which one would I let go of? I had to, and I could let that one drop to the floor since it's all squeezy packaging. I had to let YSL go. I think this one, it might be my favorite skin tint of all time. Maybe not of all time, but at least in my collection right now. This is a very close second though. It is because the Chanel water tint is my favorite of all time. I love that foundation. So this is a close second. This would come in third. So I had to let the YSL one go. And yeah, y'all, that is it for this video. Those are my thoughts on different reasons you might be looking at a foundation and the different reasons why I would keep some over the other. But again, all the ones that were mentioned in this video have their purpose and they're good for different uses, different occasions. I would use all the ones in today's video, but if you had to make a decision, because it's not normal for someone to own 40 foundations, okay, so if you had to make a decision with your money, which one you're buying, those are some of the ones I would recommend a little bit more than the others. Let me know in the comments down below what category you would like to see next. And you know, if it's like concealer, let me know if you want to see, I don't know, creasing, shade range, patchiness. Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to thumbs up, comment, subscribe, turn notification bells down below. Thank y'all for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.